Good evening, Nick. I'm 70% positive it's Monday. I can't remember what day of the week it is anymore. Actually, this vlog is the only thing that helps me remember what day of the week it is. And you know what? Gray is my favorite color. Is a line from a Counting Crows song, but also kind of applies when it comes to talking about gaming and why the gray characters are always more interesting than the characters that are hardcore black, white, good, evil, blah. Sometimes, Nick, I do like a straightforward good bad character, but what makes them interesting is what kind of actions they ultimately take that end up defining them as good or evil. And Nick, to prove my point, I'm going to talk about Final Fantasy VII, which is either A, considered the greatest game of all time, B, considered the most overrated game of all time, or C, people are now too young to have actually heard of Final Fantasy VII, which just makes me really sad. It's not my favorite Final Fantasy game ever, but it helps me make my point in this case, so I guess I'll stick with it. So Nick, obviously in Final Fantasy VII, I assume you've played it. If not, you've got some catching up to do. But the characters are trying to save the planet. Pretty basic case. Makes you kind of the good guy. I mean, saving the planet's kind of a big deal. But I don't think that the characters are necessarily good at the beginning of the game. I mean, I guess they're technically good, but they're definitely going about it in the wrong way. I mean, the opening scene is literally called the bombing mission. It is literally you being a part of a terrorist organization that blows up a power plant that probably kills hundreds and probably even thousands more due to power outages that destroy people's lives and cause billions in economic damage. It's not something to be proud of. But Nick, those same characters go on to unite with other characters, they fight some people, they unite with their enemies at some points, and they finally ultimately do win out and do save the planet. But it's not by being terrorists, it's by making friends with other people and doing the right thing. Yeah, Shinra's bad people and they're literally destroying the planet, but terrorism doesn't work. It has never worked, or maybe it has. If it has worked, somebody please tell me. But I've never heard of an instance where terrorism fixed problems. It's just PO'd a lot of people, hurt a lot of people, and really it just breaks stuff. It doesn't really fix things. There are certainly points where, violent insurrection is necessary. There are points where sometimes you do have to fight back and you have to defend yourself from your oppressors. I'm not saying that that's wrong, but terrorism doesn't necessarily work, and I think Final Fantasy VII does an excellent job of showing that. Because, Nick, you get to step into the shoes of somebody who does the terroristic actions. It doesn't help people, it just causes retaliation, which causes more people to get killed, and then you find another path. And that's good. That you get to play as the character who finds another path, who finds another way, and is able to fix what is the problem. So yeah, the characters are definitely good guys. They're doing the right thing. But you also gotta do the right thing in the right way. And so, even in games where you're kind of a black and white good character, there's still a shade of gray. Nick, I will see you on what I presume will be Wednesday.